Welcome into SportBet Extra. I'm your host, Paul Rami, here every Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. Today is April 14th, 2026. It's a great Tuesday day. We've got plenty of action in the MLB, a little bit of NBA playoff to get started and kind of wet our whistle there before they really get into it. And then we're going to recap, of course, yesterday, per usual, like we do every single day. So let's just get right into the show and make this a quick one. And not only are we going to make this a quick one, we're going to make it a good one because yesterday was not good. Yesterday, losing plays there. So far, MLB started off good, a little bit of a streak right now in the negatives. So we're not going to run from it. We're here 20-24-2 in the MLB, 51-48-1 in the NBA currently. So that's where we are yesterday. Paul Skeens over 6.5 Ks just couldn't get there as the Pirates, man, they just have a huge sixth inning there, and that killed any sort of really steam, momentum, any chance of Paul Skeens coming back in to pitch maybe the top of the seventh inning there. So had 6 Ks going into that inning. He may have gone 7. I'm sure he had at least one more inning, could have got another K there, but it didn't happen again because they had such a big inning there in the 6th and just completely blew out the Nationals that we just never got to see Paul Skeens again for the rest of the game. So unfortunately, lose by half a strikeout there. Over 6.5 Ks, he ends with 6, so that one's no good. Could have had Cade Cavalli, over 2.5 walks. He ended up with 3 walks on the day. Should have gone that way. We didn't. That's how crazy and close, man, these things are. Would have had some nice plus money on that one had we taken it, but we didn't. But hey, you know what? That's neither here or there. If you took it from the information you got here, then that's great. And if you cashed, wonderful. That's awesome. But yeah, we didn't take it and didn't end up taking it here on the show. So again, here's where we're at, minus 3.29. Angels money line, close one there, did not come through. And then Braves minus 1.5 did not come through there, as well as they just get blown out by the Marlins. They kind of came back in early, but really had no chance there as Marlins just continued to rout them there. Man, it was tough, man. Angels money line losing like that after playing such a good back and forth game, really just keeping up with the Yankees there. And then you end the 9th inning like that. Man, that home run and then just the wild pitch, letting them score. It's those are tough, man. I mean, and that's the thing. It's just been on the wrong side on those so far the past few days. That's just the way it is. So let's see if we can get on the right side of them today, hopefully. So that's yesterday. We're on to today, and we've got plenty of games to go and look at today. We'll start quickly in the NBA. Heat Hornets here, playing tournament, 9 seed versus 10 seed. Winner will advance to play the winner of the loser of the 7 versus 8 seed game in the East, and then so forth for the West as well. So Heat, Hornets. I like Hornets here, of course. Heat have just been really struggling lately. We were on those games against the Raptors. Yeah, you beat the Wizards and the Hawks, a team that I don't even think they played any of their players. Maybe one in Researcher, but that's about it. Everyone else pretty much sat there. So, yeah, you beat them with your starting lineup, a Hawks bench. Impressive. So like I said, Heat have been struggling. Will it continue here tonight? I think so. The Hornets look like they're, as long as they're healthy, they look like a solid team, man. LaMelo Ball been balling out. Brandon Williams as well been playing pretty solid. Obviously, Conk Nipple there, one of the Rookie of the Year candidates. This team's just really been playing pretty well. So they're a fun team to watch. I hope they win this one. I don't know if I want to be laying any points this game, but I wouldn't mind laying the 5.5. I just think the Heat, man, they're on the wrong side of where you want to be at going into the playoffs. They're on the downslope there, more in the negative direction. I'd prefer someone who's on the up and up, more like the Hornets. So I'd be on Hornets -5.5. Will not be a play, though, here. That one's going to be more just watch. Blazers Suns. This one is a 7-8. All right. Winner moves on. Loser will play the winner of the 9-10 game tomorrow. The Suns here, I trust them a little bit more with injuries. Grayson Allen, he's a solid defensive player for the Suns, a guy who can also score at really a lot of different levels when given the chance. Not a big deal if he's out. I trust the Suns probably a little bit more, though, in this spot than I do with the Blazers. Just not sure how they're going to perform here on the road. I'd be leaning Suns. I think just defensively, they're slightly better. And when it comes down to it, scoring-wise, just have a little bit more of an edge than the Blazers there. 3.5 number, I don't like that. I prefer it to be more of 1.5 or a 2. 3.5 is tough because this could be definitely a one-possession game. Don't know if I'll be on it. Looks like it may be down to a 2.5 right now, which is fine. But if it is around that number, then maybe that's something we consider. Let me check ProfitX again. I use ProfitX. Use my code PaulRami. Get you 20% up to $100 there. Or Kalshi. Use that one as well. Use code PaulRami. Same thing as there. Get you a free $10 just for signing up. And then, of course, Novig is the other one that I use. So let's see right now what we've got. Suns. We can take a -2.5 at a -115 number there on ProfitX. Not too fond of laying that much juice, but it is better than that 3.5 that we were seeing. Check on Novig as well. One of the other ones I really like to use there, -2.5, -113. So a little bit less juice there on Novig. That'd be the way I would go if I were to take this game. Would be Suns -2.5 there. Just feels like a spot. Maybe Devin Booker, Jalen Green have really good games this one here. And then this team moves on from really just outscoring the Blazers. Don't think there's going to be a lot of defense in that one. That one's going to be more just kind of outscoring each other. So that's where we're at in the NBA. Still considering Cavs there. We've got really till Friday when those games start. Maybe even Saturday. But we're still considering going with Cavs there to win the NBA championship. Again, last time I checked, I believe it was like, 42-1, something like that over on Kalshi. I'll double check and see what that number is now. Get a current odd on Kalshi. So let's see what they've got there. Pro basketball. Let's go to winning the NBA championship. And we've got, of course, OKC as a favorite there. Cleveland is 17. That's right, 1772. So 17-1 for Cleveland. Again, that's a nice solid number. 45-1 for Houston, Lakers, Timberwolves there. Then you go later deeper with the other guys. So Cleveland, like I said, 17-1. That's not a bad number there. And then again, you can always hedge or cash out later on down the way if you're going with Kalshi. So we'll consider that one. Again, we have till really Friday to make our mind up on that one. Looking at the MLB, look, we're making some right reads with some of these props, some not. It just kind of it is what it is. Diamondbacks, Orioles. This game about to go off in the next 30 minutes or 25 minutes here. You got Merrill Kelly against Trevor Rogers. Merrill Kelly for the Diamondbacks, the righty, going up against a pretty balanced lineup there. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lefties for the Orioles today. Let's see what Merrill Kelly's been doing. I know he's usually an average type of pitcher. So what we've got here, he's back from the IL. Set to make his season debut today. I like to fade a guy off of an injury. I feel like it usually takes a little bit more. I know it's not a huge injury there. He did play against that game on the 3rd there against Albuquerque. And 2 Ks, 2 walks, 2 hits, whatever, right? 5 innings pitched. You don't take too much into that one that he played there. So looking to make his start back in MLB this season. I know he's been solid in the past. As far as solid, I guess I mean average. He's been very average in the past. And like I said, usually when you get a guy coming back, I'm not high on wanting to ride with them. I prefer more fade them on that. Almost like yesterday we talked about, I believe that was yesterday with Dean Kramer there. And of course, he just did not pitch well. That's what we talked about is just he's not Dean Kramer from before. He allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned runs there. Yeah, 9 strikeouts, but again, he allowed those home runs, and that one, just did not perform very well. I feel like that's going to be the same thing that we have here for Kelly. And just again, looking at the lineup, these guys don't have too much history with him. Pete Alonso, the only one, batting 263 against him with only 1 strikeout on 19 at bats. So he doesn't strike out against him. That's not something I would consider. I'm kind of curious what his number is for strikeouts because it might be one of those. If he gets knocked around early, he can get pulled early. So let's see what we've got on Merrill Kelly's strikeouts. Again, this is it's not typically a strikeout. We usually don't do many props. It's not pretty common, but we're finding, strikeouts, walks, those maybe, some ways to go with these. So let's see what we've got on strikeouts. Merrill Kelly, under 4.5 is plus 130. I like that number there on ProfitX. Let's see what we've got on No Vig. So go down to the Diamondbacks game and see what we've got into pitcher props, strikeouts, and we've got a 4.5 there, under 4.5, plus 125. So it looks like ProfitX got a little bit of a better number there, plus 130. I do like that. Under 4.5 strikeouts. Like I said, on the road, making his appearance back in the MLB, coming from injury, you just kind of never know, right? So you never know how that injury is going to act up. Only, again, that start he made about 10 days ago against Albuquerque, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, so a lot of contact being made, not many strikeouts. I'd be leaning, again, the strikeouts under here, plus 130 there, under 4.5 for Merrill Kelly. Again, the hitting for the Orioles, I'd bet on that to continue more than I would fade it. Looking on the other side, Trevor Rogers, the lefty, going up against that lineup for Arizona. It looks like it's only one lefty he's facing in Corbin Carroll. A righty-heavy lineup, a lot of switch hitters in there, most likely going to be hitting from the right side. So Trevor Rogers, what he's done so far this season, 3 appearances. He's gone at least 6 innings each time, throwing a good amount of pitch count there. 88 first game, 91 second game, 101 last game. So his pitch count is up there. He's getting his Ks. 5, 3, and 6. So he's a guy who can get you strikeouts. What he's done so far this year versus lefties, 154 batting average. Versus righties, 228 batting average. Tons of righties in this lineup. I'd expect more hits now for this lineup here. And looking at the history of these guys, they've been struggling, but the way the bats have been hot right now for the Diamondbacks, I would lean that they get some hits off of them. And what he's done so far against Marte, 6 at-bats, 1 hit, no strikeouts, so 167 batting average for him. Corbin Carroll, 333 batting average. And the other 2 that I have really only seen him a few times in Vargas and Nolan Arenado, 6 at-bats, 8 at-bats, about a 167 and a 125 batting average. So not really hitting him very well. Again, I think this is a spot for Baltimore. They are the favor here, about a minus 158 right now, money line. I'd see why. I would fade Merrill Kelly here. Maybe in a first 5 spot would be even a good one to look at. So let's see where we're at on a first 5 number if we're not liking those strikeouts. So first 5 innings there, minus a half, minus 115. Would prefer plus money there or money line minus 150. Don't want to lay that much juice. Let's go see then on No Vig, maybe a different number there for those first 5 innings. So pull that one up. First 5. Minus a half, minus 107. That's much better. That's what we like to see. Orioles first half, first 5 innings, minus 107. That's the way I would go. And then also Merrill Kelly under strikeouts, 4.5. Next game we'll probably look at, again, we're not going to dive into all of them. I'm going to save some or quite a few of them for the plays that you have, that we have over on Tails app. Again, go over to Tails app. You can get in there, get you a free trial for a week, and then after that, it's $20 a month, so $5 a week. And then you can go see and get all the different plays. We're going to start streaking here. We're going to turn this thing around and get a lot of momentum in the right direction here for the MLB. So looking at this one now, another game we can try and look at. I mean, one I I like just because I know the pitching for it. Let's see what else we can find. Washington, Pittsburgh, probably not going to be on that one much. Yankees, Angels is always fun to get involved with the Yankees there. So let's look at the Royals and the Tigers. Cole Reagans against Framber Valdez. Valdez, we know pretty well from the Astros, the lefty there against the right heavy lineup. Looks like only two lefties in Pascantino and Jensen there. And then Cole Reagans, the lefty pitcher as well, going up a pretty, I guess, same type of lineup. Only three lefties he's going up against. So Valdez, let's see what he's been doing. I know he's been really kind of struggling as of late to start the season. Last game, only 2 strikeouts, 10 hits. Game before that, 3 hits, no runs. That's fine. 6 innings there, but only 5 strikeouts. So he's been struggling with striking out. Walks, not too bad. Only 2 walks. So I don't think that'd be a good number to really look at. But versus lefties, he's allowing a 500 batting average. And I know there's only 2 on the Royals right now that are in that lineup. But a 233 batting average also against righties. That's not very good. That's not stuff that he's really done in the past. Last year, a little bit. He's been kind of fading. The year before, he was much better against righties. But just kind of struggling there. So let's see where we're at with him against this lineup. As far as history-wise, he does have a good, solid history with this lineup. He's seen Garcia 14 at-bats and only a 71 batting average. 2 strikeouts for him, 1 hit on that. So not a very great leadoff type of stat that you like to see. Bobby Witt, 20 at-bats, only 2 hits, so 100 batting average there. And then on the other side, who we've got Lane Thomas, 167 batting average. Perez, 077 batting average. Pascantino is the best one, 333 batting average, the lefty. And it looks like Carter Jansen, he hasn't seen him at all. Marte with a 235 batting average. And then Jonathan India, 400 batting average. So really the later end of that lineup has been hitting Framber Valdez a little bit better. So maybe that's a way to go. Maybe look at Pascantino there. Again, kind of see what he's done. So Valdez against, again, the lefties there, 500 batting average. Vinny Pascantino, maybe good to see kind of what he's at for a hit or 2 bases, something like that. Kind of curious what that number is. What's Vinny been up to so far this season? That's what we like to see also, right? How's he been performing so far? 69 plate appearances, 59 at-bats, 9 hits there. Not great. A 153 batting average. So he's struggling to start. And when we fade in that spot, it usually doesn't work out. So this would be one to go ahead and hop on Pascantino and get him for the hit there. Let's see what that number is for the Royals. Let's go into hits allowed, runs allowed, total bases. Let's see if he's even on there as for total bases. Probably not. He is. Over half is minus 196. Not big on that. 1.5 is a plus 152. So over 1.5 total bases, plus 152. That might be the way to go. I wonder if we can get maybe a better number there if we're looking at as far as maybe hits, runs, RBIs, somewhere around that type of play. So looking at that one, hits, runs, RBIs, over 1.5, minus 102. That's a little bit, maybe better of a number. I'm not sure if it's really worth that though. Minus 102 is solid, but I just don't know if that one's quite worth it. Again, Valdez against lefties been struggling. He's been struggling. 500 batting average, only 2 strikeouts, 6 hits. 2 of them have been doubles, so the double is possible. Let's go check Novig, maybe see if we can get another type of number on that one there. So let's go down back to Novig, pull up the Royals and the Tigers, go into the batter props. Let's see what we've got. Hits for Pasquantino over a half, minus 193. Yeah, we're not going to be on that one. Definitely not just hits. That's too much juice on that. Total bases. Pasquantino over 1.5 plus 153, nearly the same there as what Profit X was. That may be the way to go, but I don't think I'm going to be on that one. Maybe the hits or the hits, runs, RBIs would be a better one of over a half. I'm sorry, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. That'd probably be a better number to look at. But other than that, not too much on that side. So looking at Cole Reagans, what he's going up against, he's been again started off pretty solid. Last game, not very good. Got 3 losses so far in the season. So the games he's in, he's not winning. He's allowing too many hits, too many runs. Against lefties at 385 batting average, against righties at 259. So looking at this lineup, again, it's a solid mix of lefties and righties. Gleyber Torres, 200 batting average against him. Matt Vierling, a 222 batting average against him. And it looks like Riley Green, a 250 batting average. The rest, 0. So, it's I don't know how much I would put into this Tigers lineup. 7-9 against the Royals, 7-9. Both teams kind of they're almost at the 500. Detroit a slight favorite, minus 128 on the money line. I don't know if I would be on that one on either side or an over. I'd probably lean an over, but after all the overs that I hit yesterday, it's probably going to be an under. So we're not going to look at that one. I would lean here to fade Valdez and fade Reagans. I'd probably lean an over on this one for the first 5. So let's see what that number is. That might be something to better kind of go on. First 5 over 4 plus 107. Not bad. I mean, you get a push, right? And the plus 107. I like that over 4, but again, there's I think a better play that we can get. That's going to be in the other game that we talked about with the Diamondbacks and the Orioles there. So let's go back to that game. I'm not going to cap the rest because these games are about to go off here in the next 10 minutes. So let's go back to the Diamondbacks and the Orioles, and let's find that play we were looking at. I know we talked about first 5, minus a half there, minus 116. And then on Novig, they had a better number there for the for the Orioles. First 5, minus a half, minus 112. It's gone up a little bit. We're going to lock that one in. Orioles, minus a half, minus 112, first 5. So let's get that locked in. Orioles, minus a half, first 5 for a number of 112 there. So minus 112, a little bit of juice, but I like that one a little bit better. Fading Merrill Kelly on that one. Again, I'd also be on his under strikeout props if you're looking to get into some more action for this game. But that's what we're going with today. Orioles first 5, minus a half. Go get the rest of the plays on the Tails app. Paul Rami there. Again, go get you a free trial 7 days. And then after that, let's continue. Let's get back on the positive direction here. Sign up after that monthly, $20 a month, $5 a week, basically. And then we can continue to win. Orioles, first 5, minus a half tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. See ya.